I told you not to sign up for GateawayInfo.com!
Hey, that's not my fault. The ad was relevant to me, okay? Why can't we just get off the track?
I don't know, you wrote it!
Hey! How do you escape a train?
Oh, good idea.
Here's the top result.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Alright, fine, whatever it takes.
What? Garrett! Freaking Garrett!
Man, the Virtual Boy sounds like a really great idea right now.
The Virtual Boy was always a great idea.
Dude, stop. It was never a great idea. It's been nearly 22 years and you're still defending that horse crap.
What did you do this time?
I gotta look for the answer.
What?
Just Thomas the Tank Engine. Siri can explain the rest.
I'd rather not.
Hey honey, is your name Google? Because you have everything I've been searching for.
No, my name is Siri and you got that pickup line from Google.
Playing hard to connect, aren't ya? Get it? Connect? Like Bluetooth.
I got the joke.
Listen, I got those nice big 1/4-inch plugs.
Sorry, mine can only fit 3.5 millimeters.
Would you two shut up?
Yeah, so apparently there's a Thomas the Tank Engine game for the SNES. Despite owning an SNES, I'm too lazy and impatient to buy the game online and wait for it to ship in. Therefore, I'm playing on an emulator. Haha, kill me.
As a very young kid, I absolutely adored Thomas the Tank Engine and trains in general, and honestly, I still do. I just don't like being chased by them.
I have vague memories of playing an old Kitty Thomas game for the PC, but that's about it. Up until just now, I had absolutely no clue that there was a Thomas game for the SNES.
So let's just go ahead and fake this shot and make it look like we're actually playing on an SNES when we really aren't, okay? Alright, here we go.
This song truly is the theme song of my early childhood years. I'm impressed at how well this game managed to emulate the original recording. It obviously doesn't sound nearly as good, but it sure is close enough for this old system. Okay, yeah, hey buddy. See, I don't think this would be disturbing if the shot was literally just him at point B. For the record, you're never supposed to answer this online, kids. Alright, well, usually the older the age, the bigger the challenge, so we're gonna be accurate and say I'm 8 and older. This is borderline impossible. Okay, so this voice I assume was put into the game for little kids who can't read. But then my question is why it doesn't appear in the puzzles where little kids are gonna need to hear the directions. So these are basically all just kitty just kidding, we can race Birdie.
Alright, Thomas, Michael Jackson was a really influential human being, but don't take it that far.
What the heck did they do to your face, man? You don't even look like you're looking ahead of you. You're looking straight down on the tracks. Is there a bug there? Is there like are you getting revenge on someone? Oh, so this is where Mario Party got half of its mini-game ideas. Honestly, don't even feel like this would be fun for me if I was 3 and clueless. And within literally 10 seconds, this race is over. I really have nothing to analyze here. What you see is what you get. The only difference between playing or watching is if you're pressing a button really fast or not. Believe it or not, there is actually some challenge in this game. Fixing the tracks requires you create the track from scratch. You have to connect the track to specific landmarks and make sure that Thomas visits them in the right order. I had to actually think a little bit when doing this one. So at least there's something in here that makes it feel worthwhile. Oh, good. We can race Percy too. Yeah, this one looks real promising. So it turns out it's just a bunch of stories read for you since apparently your mother was too lazy to read you at bedtime. Hey Mac, why don't you read some of the story to us?
I wanna die. Thomas was waiting at the junction when a bus arrived. Hello, said Thomas. Who are you? Who is Birdie?
Wait, hang on. Did the story just reveal it's Birdie by asking? Never mind.
I'm Birdie. I've come to help you with your passengers today.
Yeah, we know who you are. The story just spoiled the story for us.
Help me, said Thomas. I could go faster than you. I'll race you, said Birdie. At first Birdie drew in front. Why don't you go fast? Why don't you go fast? Called Annie and Clarabelle. Wait and see, hissed Thomas. Who is winning now? And that's as far as I'm going.
That's as far as I'm going with this game as well.
Beyond this, the only other thing is a minigame quizzing you on rather easy things. What? No, I swear that's a tower.
Well, I think I clearly learned a lot about life and running away from trains with my cousin's face slapped on top of it. Okay, Siri, take me back to the tracks.
You're going to die.
Thanks for the positivity.
Okay, I figured out who I figured out who escaped trains, okay?
Okay.
We run the opposite direction, right toward it.
Opposite. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. It worked. Hey, hold on. I think we started a runaway train.
Oh, I'm not going to court over this, man. No, we gotta go get that train.
I mean,
we gotta go get that train, man.
All right.
We gotta catch this train, man.
I know. Before Sir Topham Hatt gets us.
Who?
Sir Topham Hatt. You know, Thomas the Tank Engine.
Who?
Thomas the Tank Engine.
Who?
Sweet heavenly Tophams.
It all started in 1946.
34 years after the Titanic disaster, in which over 1,500 people lost their lives.
Reverend Wilbert Awdry was a British church leader who loved trains, and he would make up stories about trains with their own personalities to entertain his son Christopher while he was sick. These stories would eventually become the Railway series, a line of popular children's books, and the most famous character to come out of the Railway series was Thomas the Tank Engine. Thomas the Tank Engine would go on to become an international children's entertainment icon, and eventually, in 1984,
72 years after the Titanic disaster, in which over 1,500 people...
Thomas got his own TV show based on the children's books. Eventually, Thomas entered the world of video games, the first of which was Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends, released in 1993
Titanic
by THQ. There were two versions of the game, one on the Sega Genesis and one on the Super Nintendo. I'm going to be looking at the Sega Genesis version because Sega does what Nintendo don't, son.
It's Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends.
Friends! It's X's even!
That's the face of a very useful engine with one too many secrets.
Options. Start. Options. Start.
Oh, it's one of those games. You know, the games where the narrator has to read everything to you all the time. It used to be pretty common in children's games.
Option.
There's not a whole lot to the options menu, so let's get right into the game.
Pick an engine.
The game gives us the choice between 5 classic characters: Thomas, James, Percy, Duck, and Toby, who's completely useless.
Hi, I am James. Hi, I am Percy.
Hi, I am desperately lonely.
Let's start with James. He's got the only face I can trust. Once we've chosen an engine, we can paint them different colors in a really crappy MS Paint knockoff. I'm no Mozart, but I think my design is a true work of art. Unfortunately though, it doesn't really matter what you do here because your engine will still be their default colors in game. Also, don't do what I did and change your engine in the coloring book, because whatever train you were coloring last will be the one you start the game with, no matter what your choice was on the pick an engine screen. Now we can give our engine a name, and I think I've come up with something deep, meaningful, a name to be proud of, a name that will live on for generations.
Pick skill level.
The game's really throwing down the gauntlet now. I gotta defend my honor. I really have no choice here.
Hard.
Alright, finally, the game's really getting started. We have 3 choices.
Game. Race.
And
Explore.
wait, so game is an option? Isn't that what I'm already doing? Playing the game? I guess we'll start with that then.
How hard could train conducting really be?
Hi, I am Sir Topham Hatt.
They say you should never meet your heroes, but I have stared into the face of a god unblinking, and I am unscathed. So it turns out that game is just the main campaign, if you could call it that. Every level pretty much boils down to the same thing. Explore the tracks, find certain train cars, and bring them all to a certain station. The faster you beat the level, the more points you get. Simple enough. For this level, Sir Topham Hatt wants us to bring a mine car, a log car, and a passenger car to
Dry-off station.
hard mode. As if I'm a professional train, Bob Saget. I don't need no help from nobody.
Oh my god!
Apparently, every time time you get a train car, there's a reaction shot of its face that pops up in the corner of the screen for some reason. Now, it's not so bad when you're playing as Toby, but Thomas and James make the friggin' creepiest faces on the planet.
What is this? Why is this a thing?
Hi, I am Thomas. Congratulations, you did a wonderful job.
You know what? You're right, Thomas. I did work hard. I got the train cars. I took them to the station. I've had a full day of work. Time for some nice, relaxing...
Come back and play again soon. Come back and play again soon.
Well, that wasn't horrifying. The game section might not have been anything special, but maybe the race will be better. I mean, with a menu picture like that, I have high hopes.
On your mark, get set, go.
There's really not much to the racing. There are branching paths and obstacles you have to dodge, but it's all pretty easy stuff.
You won.
Yeah, that's enough racing. Just one more mode left to try.
Explore.
The exploration mode is exactly what it sounds like. You're free to go wherever you want on the train tracks, and you can pick up some train cars on the way, but there's no real objective to it, so it's just kind of pointless on the whole. I guess it's fun in a mindless kind of way, but there's really nothing to it.
And that's it. That's Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends for the Sega Genesis. That's good.
Look, I love Thomas the Tank Engine as much as the next guy, but we gotta go get this train, man.
But why? I mean, it's just Chase. It's not like he's a really useful engine.
With his heart that's big and strong.
He chugga chuffs chuffs, working hard, helping everyone.
Thomas, he has lots of friends and you can be one too. Just clap, clap, clap and sing along. Thomas, we love you. Thomas the Tank Engine running along. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Thomas the Tank Engine running along. Oh no! Oh boy! Thomas the Tank Engine running along! Da-da-da-da! Da-da-da-da! Thomas friend over here running along! Thomas, we love you! 3, 2, 1, go.
Come on! Come on! Hey, oh man, Garrett, you know what you've been doing today?
What have I been
You know what we've been doing today?
What? Nothing.
We've been working.
Nothing useful.
No, we've been working. You with me? You following? We've been working.
We've been working
on the railroad.
Help me.
All the long day.
Ha ha.
Ah ha ha ha. I never cutting.